Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are off on this Medrielle. We're looking for a lost Boffin, and that would be Miss Marigold Boffin. We also need to defeat some roots, some bats, and some wolves in the old forest. Alright, let's find these things we need to defeat. Roots, bats, and wolves. Well, there's some bats. I only got 2 of them. Stinker. There. Alright, we have bats. We have tons of bats in here. Roots. Oh, somebody else must be in here. Hello, random person. I hope you're having fun. We'll go somewhere else for roots. This is just mostly bats in here. Verdane. That sounds like a dwarven name. Just saying. It definitely does sound like a dwarven name. That's a bear. Poor bear. Oh, there's a root. Okay. Alright, that's one. There's a wolf. Alright, that's 2 wolves. There's another root. Okay, so we're 2 and 2. We only need 1 of each. Alright, and we need 1 more root. Or there's got to be one around here somewhere. Lots of wolves in here right now. Ah, a root. Alright, so. Search along the banks of the Windy Whiffle for Marigold Boffin. That is just a wall. Oh, there's somebody named Gilliman Brandybutt. Not the hobbit I'm looking for. Where are you, Miss Marigold? Where are you? Oh, there you are. You have found Marigold Boffin.
This spooky forest makes me nervous.
We found Marigold, Medrielle. I have only recently become an adventurer of sorts, and I must say that my old habits and customs are difficult to shake, for this spooky forest makes me uncomfortable. But Marigold is just a young hobbit, and she has been coming here and dealing with its dangers on a regular basis. Her gifts of mushrooms and treats must have bought the silence of her siblings, for Priska would never allow this behavior.
Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too? I am so happy to hear it.
Do you know that I never really believed I was a Boffin, Medrielle? All of my brothers and sisters are so dull, happy to stay at home and far from excitement as possible. Esmeralda might go dancing in the Toad Marsh, but when I suggest we walk to the Midgewater Marshes on the other side of Bree and dance there, she refused. She threatened to tell our mother, so I did not push it. But isn't that dull? Marigold brandishes her sword and shield. I made this sword from a branch and rescued this shield from a wolf's den when the wolves were gone. I don't think any other Boffin would do these things, but now it seems that Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too. You do not know how happy I am to hear it. Anyway, you found me just in time. I met a curious creature in the woods, and he offered to show me his home. You could come along too if you like. I didn't catch his name, but he wore yellow boots and said his house was to the northeast of here. Find the house of the strange creature with yellow boots in the old forest. I don't know. Do we know any strange creatures that wear yellow boots and live in the old forest? We might. Might be a very familiar fella. Of course, it would also be nice if I actually knew which way I was going. Which I clearly don't. Well, I never said I knew my way around the old forest very well. In fact, I think I've said quite the opposite before. Alright. I could have gone straight up. Well, I just took the long way around. It's the scenic route. A forlorn glade. Forest tree stalker. Stalker rhubarb. I should really work on her cooking. Of course, one of the flowers. And I hear something, but obviously I'm not going to get there from that direction. And that something I hear is a waterfall right over there. Oh yes, we are definitely going to have to make some time in the schedule to continue this. So I'm thinking each Saturday, or for the foreseeable future, we will progress Bingo Boffin's quest just a little bit, until we've at least caught him up to wherever Medrielle is. Currently, that would be Mirkwood. You have come to the house of Tom Bombadil.
Have you ever seen such a cozy little cottage?
Have you ever seen such a cozy little cottage, Medrielle? It is the home of my new friend Tom and his wife Goldberry. They are most mysterious, and I want to learn more about them if I can. Where did they come from? Why do they live in the old forest? I have so many questions, but whenever I ask them, they only smile and have no direct answers for me. Still, I'm so very pleased to have met them. What does Cousin Bingo think of my new friends, I wonder?
What a strange sight. A tidy little cottage in a dangerous wood.
What a strange sight this is. A tidy little cottage in the middle of a dangerous wood, home to a most peculiar individual and his equally mysterious wife. I never thought such a place existed, Medrielle. If my journey ended tomorrow, I would still count it as an adventure full of wonders. I need to rest from our journey through the forest. Perhaps later I could speak with Tom and Goldberry and write a description of them for my own journal.
I need a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow.
You know that I wanted to document our journey, Medrielle, writing down the experiences we have and the places we see, and that includes describing the people we meet. No account of my adventure to this point would be complete without a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow, that much is clear. But I have encountered an early problem in this attempt, for I simply do not know of any way to describe him in such a way that does the fellow justice. Can you speak to him and learn what you can of Tom, in order to educate me on the subject? What are his likes and dislikes? From where did he come? And what drives him from day to day? Good luck to you, my friend. Perhaps the words will flow when you report back to me what you learn. Alright, we gotta find Tom. Maybe he's inside right now. It is nighttime. And he most assuredly is. And isn't this such a pretty spot? I mean, they have really given Tom Bombadil's house an upgrade. This is so pretty, and it's just perfect for Goldberry. Hello, Tom.
Ring-a-dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Hoy no, young one. Questions are for asking, but the fun lies in the seeking. You ask about old Tom, but that is a question with many answers. Why not ask the trees why they be a-swayin', or the light a-brightening? Tom likes walking in the woods of an evening, and singing in the morning sun when the moon skips away, as would all who try it. Still you ask and ask. Too many questions for so lovely a day. Stand in the foam of the falling water nearby, and you will know what it is to be Tom Bombadillo. Alright, so he wants me. Tom's eyes are bright and filled with laughter. And he has just told me to go down and stand under the waterfall. Alright, Tom, I will go soak my head under the waterfall. Just for you. You stand in the cold water until you are waterlogged and sopping. Despite being so soggy, talk to Tom Bombadil. Brr, that actually makes me feel chilly. Although it'd be quite a refreshing thing to do after a hot day. Still, this isn't a hot day. It's late night. Oh, it's actually evening. So it's definitely cooled off. And there's Tom again. Can you stay still, Tom? Thanks.
Hey, dole, merry dole, ring-a-dong-dill-o.
Tom seems delighted. Sopping wet you are, like Tom after a fresh rain in spring. Dripping all about, but refreshed and happy. Learn from old Tom, for he has seen summers and winters and summers again, one for every droplet that cascades from the heights. Hey now, still with questions. Tom's way is to take the bad and make it good. Old Man Willow, that mean streak in his heart, has grown whiter for many a day now, and he could do with some cheering. Go to old Willow Man and dance and lighten his mood. Then you will know what it is to cherish Tom's interest in all creatures, both good and bad. So you want me to go visit Old Man Willow, who is as black-hearted a Huon as you can find. I don't know if he's actually officially a Huon, because I think he's pretty stationary. But he does definitely vibrate with animosity. You are filled with unease. Tom really wants you to dance here. You dance, and for a moment you feel a sense of welcome. Then it is gone. Okay. I guess in some little way. Old Man Willow actually acknowledged that you were there? I don't know. Now, Tom Bombadil does not acknowledge the fact that these things that he does are not things that other people can do, because he is just that unaffected by things. He's kind of almost outside the realm of the natural world of Arda. Not even quite sure what he actually is. Oh, now, good day, merry friends.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Hey do, merry do, dancing all the day. Questions are for answering, but that's enough today. Alright, so he's done answering my questions. Tom's eyes are bright, but he is clearly done with questions. Okay, can we open the door now? Thank you.
Tom is a mystery. Asking him questions is met with laughter and nonsense.
This is not working, Medrielle. Tom is a mystery, and any attempt to get him to answer questions about himself is met with laughter and nonsense. Perhaps if he were to read some of my accounts so far, he would better understand why we want to know about him. Take my manuscript to him and see if that gets him to open up about himself, if you would.
Come, dearie doll, can you hear me singing?
Tom takes the manuscript and runs his hands over the page. What a wonder! These leaves, all covered with words, written down with care. I can feel the letters beneath my finger. Ink dried and thought saved. That is not Tom's way, but there is a joy in remembering. These pages are like a song, sung in the morning, but carried on the wind until afternoon, when it might be heard again. I delight in the feel of these pages, and their tiny words. Let me sit with them a while, and you speak with the river daughter Goldberry. Goldberry has returned from her spring for a time, and she is more fair and more lovely than when she left. So it says to talk to her by the house or by the spring. And since it is evening, I don't think she's going to be coming back anytime soon unless she is out back here, which would be really... Oh, there she is. Hello, Goldberry.
I bid you welcome, wanderer in the wood.
Your face is full of questions, young one. Has Tom confused you with his riddles and his songs? You told Goldberry that you have been unable to learn much about her husband, despite his friendly and open nature. I believe he has given you what you sought, Medrielle, though you may not know it. Who is Tom Bombadil? He is, and no one else. He is a mischievous sort, and loves to laugh. He will ask you to stand beneath a waterfall, only to experience the feel of the water, and the joy of dripping on the carpet. He is the master of water, wood, and hill, and cares for all who inhabit these places, even if their hearts are rotten and mean. He seeks to lighten their moods, and ease their pains. But that is a long answer. He is Tom Bombadil, and there is no one else like him. Thank you, Goldberry. Alright, let's go talk to Bingo.
Yes, that seems a fair assessment of our peculiar host.
Bingo,
Thank you.
Bingo listens to Goldberry's description of Tom and nods. Yes, I think that seems a fair assessment of our peculiar host. Thank you for obtaining it for me. I still cannot believe that you actually stood underneath a waterfall and danced with a malevolent tree on my behalf, Medrielle. You are a good friend, and I am glad that you are coming with me on this journey.
Please speak to Tom and retrieve my manuscript before we go.
All right, Medrielle. I would say it is time to see Marigold safely back to Newbury, and for our own journey to continue. I have enjoyed this brief stay at the house of Tom Bombadil, but there are many other places to see and people to meet. Would you mind speaking to Tom and retrieving my manuscript from him? I am most interested to hear what he thought of it now that he has had plenty of time to read. Okay, so next step will be to talk to Tom, retrieve the manuscript, and get Miss Marigold home safely. But that will be for next time. And until then, bye for now.